What's up, guys? Just wanted to welcome you guys into the webinar here today. Today we'll be focusing on omni-channel sales prospecting and how we're booking and our clients are booking 5 to 30 appointments on their calendar on a daily basis without ever spending a dollar on ads. Now, I know what you're looking at looks very complex, in which it is, but fact of the matter is, once this campaign is set up and executed, ready to go, everything will work seamlessly afterwards. So these appointments will be being booked on your calendar every single day from interested prospects who want to work with you. And how are we going to do this? So I see often a lot of agency owners, salespeople, they focus on cold email outreach, which is very effective. They also focus on things like cold calling, running ads and things like that. But there's a lot of difficulties that come in between. When it comes to running ads, a lot of these agency owners, a lot of these business owners and entrepreneurs do not have a budget to work with. And in this case, we're automating more than one channel at a time. So we're hitting across between LinkedIn and email outreach, and all of these messages and emails are being sent seamlessly on schedule as determined in what you see right in front of me now. Now this all depends on depends on your business and what you're looking to accomplish. If you're looking to book appointments for your SaaS or more high ticket agency services, but in this case, I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. This is our agency funnel. I'm going to show you guys how exactly we set this thing up here, and I'm going to go over some examples of what we're doing and how we're doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the beginning here. All right, so we're starting all of our campaigns on LinkedIn. And to do this, we're using LinkedIn automation tools. Our tool is called Leadster Connect. So Leadster is our agency. Leadster Connect is our web-based LinkedIn automation tool. And we're using our other cold email automation tool, Icy Leads, to generate these leads, pull LinkedIn profiles, search for a custom list of prospects inside of Leadster Connect, and automate this outreach effectively. So what we're doing to start is we're starting on day one. Let's dive right into it. Day one, we're sending out a LinkedIn connection request. And how do we do that? We're using Leadster Connect to automate LinkedIn connection requests. We're sending out 90 to 100 connection requests to our ideal prospects on a daily basis. Now, we're not just hitting your typical gatekeeper or your office manager. No, we're going after the key decision makers, the founders, the business owners, whoever your customer persona is. We're able to identify these prospects through Leadster Connect and Icy Leads. So we're going to start on day one with the LinkedIn connection request. If you want more information on how to do this exactly the way that we're doing it, we do have a course. This entire course will break down every single step. The copy, the execution, the automation tools. We have some discount codes in there. Everything that will help you launch these campaigns and be successful and make these successful for your business. So day one, LinkedIn connection request. What we're doing is we're sending a simple message. Hey, just wanted to connect with some founders in the SaaS space. Open to connect. Keep it personal. We're not trying to sell them. All we're doing is building rapport and introducing ourselves to a new prospect. We're basically building a friendship with these prospects. So once they accept these connection requests, and they happen very quickly, if you're using Leadster Connect, you'll understand that we're getting dozens of messages in our LinkedIn inbox every morning, to the point we can't even use our LinkedIn app because the messages are so cluttered. So what we're doing next after this LinkedIn connection request has been accepted, what we're doing is we're adding these prospects into our CRM automatically. Like I said, we teach people how to do this inside of our course, how to automatically create these Zapier integrations. And another thing that we're doing is we're adding them to a custom Facebook audience. So if you're running retargeting ads, you can retarget the traffic that clicks on your links in your LinkedIn and email outreach. So you could choose where the Facebook ad strategy comes in, but I like to add these new LinkedIn connections to an audience automatically just to have them there. But what we do after that, we'll send another message on LinkedIn 4 hours after. And this is just an introductory message. And we're probably going to send a valuable resource to an article a guide that we put together, some form of a lead magnet. Again, I teach creating an effective lead magnet inside of the Omni-Channel sales course as well. But if you don't understand what a lead magnet is something free of value that teaches your prospects how to do a specific piece of your offer, right? You don't want to give them the entire strategy, but you do want to give them something that's valuable so they come to you for advice, right? So if they check out this lead magnet and they can't do it themselves, they're going to say, hey, this seems like something that I need, and this guy is the professional. So if you've outlined everything about how you help your ideal prospects in your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook profile, like I said, we're also teaching social selling inside of our course. If you do this effectively, you will have inbound leads coming from LinkedIn that want to connect with you, along with the outbound messages that are being sent out, all of this traffic being directed into your funnel or into your lead magnet. So we're going to send them a valuable resource, send them a link. You could send them a retargeted link. If you're using Switchy or something like that, you can retarget the traffic on those links. So after that, if they don't respond, all of our messages stop sending if the prospect responds. And then it's up to you to go inside of Leads to Connect, go inside of IC Leads and respond to these emails and LinkedIn messages. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait 3 days, and we're going to send them an automatic email through IC Leads email sequences. And to do this, like I mentioned, we do identify exactly how to do this inside of the full sales prospecting course. But what we're going to do is after the 4 hours and they get that next LinkedIn message, we're going to set a delay for 3 days, and we're going to automatically execute an email campaign where all we're saying is, hey, thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. I help X accomplish Y through doing Z. And then a call to action, maybe a probing question, something, a pain point that the prospect may have, or you want to know if they have that problem, right? So when you're doing cold calling, right, I hate cold calling, absolutely. It's a waste of time to me. But when you're cold calling, your goal is to pull answers out of your prospect, make them understand that they have the problem. And once they understand that they have the problem, you educate them on how you can help them solve the problem. And back to the sending the valuable resource, this is also educating them on their problem. A lot of these prospects don't know that they have the problem yet. So in this case, what we're doing is we're nailing in those pain points, making them understand that they have the problem, and then educating them on a solution. And to do that, we're doing this through a cross-channel between LinkedIn and email outreach, where we're continuously educating these prospects and nurturing them throughout the way. So after this email, if they don't respond to this email, again, we can automate all of these campaigns right inside of IC Leads. So we can set delays inside of IC Leads. We can set delays inside of Leads to Connect for LinkedIn. So in this case, we're going to wait 3 days, and then we're going to go back to Leads to Connect, and we're going to request to send a full-blown lead magnet. So an example of a lead magnet in this case can be like a full ebook that you have, or some sort of interactive quiz, or some form of tool, calculator, something that they can take action on. And what you want to do is you want to have a form where you're requesting for them to opt in and get their email address on this form. Now, we already have their email address. If you're using Leads to Connect, you're using IC Leads, we already have their email address, right? But we don't want to bombard them with sales messages and newsletters and things like that. We want to treat it more, our cold outreach, more personal. So in the case of sending them the lead magnet, you want to send them into a landing page. And inside of this landing page, you want to get their email, get their phone number for them to download the access to lead magnet. So what you're going to do is you're going to take them out of there, and you're going to put them in something like MailChimp, something like ActiveCampaign, an email marketing newsletter tool. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you the ability to send a full-blown sequence, a storytelling sequence, to educate them on why they need help doing that, right? So we're gonna send them that lead magnet. And like I said, if you're using Switchy, you're already retargeting the traffic that clicks this link. So if they don't opt in, you could take that link, go into Facebook ads, and run retargeting ads to these people who haven't opted in until they opt in. Because like I said before, we're using Leads to Connect and LinkedIn Sales Navigator to generate key decision maker contacts. These are your ideal prospects. They are absolutely ready to do business on LinkedIn. They just haven't been contacted by the right people. And most people who are doing this are selling extremely hard and not getting the results that they need. So what we're going to do is we're going to send them the link to that retargeting pixel with the lead magnet. And here's the opt-in page. So there's multiple things that you can do here, right? To take it a step further, you can have a chatbot on the page where you're answering FAQ questions, right? Answer the questions right away before they come to you and ask you the question. Or don't make them go throughout your website, scroll down to the footer and check out the FAQ section. If you have a chatbot that's already built, you could have these FAQ questions pop up in the chat box and automate a chatbot sequence. Very effective. Also, there's tons of different traffic sources you can send to the opt-in page. I'd say ignore these here. But let's say that they don't respond to this one. If they don't want the lead magnet, and we don't truly know if they don't want it or not, maybe they just didn't respond. But what we're doing personally is we're waiting 1 to 3 days, and then we're going to send the link to the lead magnet to download that lead magnet. Now, it's not going to be a direct download. We're going to send them back into this opt-in page, right? We don't want them to get the free resource without giving us data. It doesn't make any sense. It's not valuable for us as marketers to build a product, build a lead magnet that doesn't get any results, right? So we're going to send them the lead magnet download page to get that lead magnet. And yeah, so what we're going to do if they don't opt in, we're going to wait 1 week and we're going to send the lead magnet link through Icy Lead. So this is going to be an email with the link to the download page that goes back to this opt-in page. Now, like I said earlier, if they do opt in, we're going to put them in an email marketing workflow. We're going to send them the download link to the lead magnet, and then we're going to come back in 3 days later in something like MailChimp and say, hey, by the way, notice you're in a cold email and LinkedIn outreach. We have these tools that accomplish these results for similar people like yourself, right? So this is the more SaaS approach, but you can take this the agency approach if you choose. So what we do is we have the download lead magnet appointment booking page for the agency. So for them to download the lead magnet, right under that, we have a hero. We have a hero and some text, a call to action that says, hey, with our Calendly booking widget, where they can easily book an appointment with us as soon as they get the lead magnet. So let's say they open up the lead magnet and they're like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. What can they do? Well, they can book an appointment with you as they're on the page. And if you want, you can have a different chatbot sequence on that specific page where you ask them if they need help executing the steps in that lead magnet. Now, back to what I said earlier, we're going to wait 1 week for this email to send through Icy Leads. And then if they don't respond, we'll wait 7 to 14 days. And we have a private Facebook community, private Facebook group. If you're a marketer, by this point in 2020, you can understand how powerful and effective these Facebook groups really are. You can pull the questions if you're using something like Group Leads or something like that, some form of a Chrome extension. You can pull the answers of the people requesting to join your group and automate an email sequence to them. Very effective. So we're building a community where we can endlessly run live calls. We can provide endless value inside of the group. And here's the thing: when people use Facebook, they use it for personal reasons. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to use it for professional reasons. So what we want to do is we want to invite them into our Facebook community. So when they're scrolling down their Facebook feed, looking at what their family's up to, they see they're being indoctrinated by our content, or we're educating them even further. So by this point, we have educated the prospect through LinkedIn, our LinkedIn profile funnel, email, and if they've opted in, we put them in an even more depth email sequence where we're educating them even further. And now by this point, if you have a Facebook community, you've hit them on Facebook as well. And that's to say, if you haven't ran the ads to them, which you absolutely can, you can run ads and you can invite these prospects into your Facebook group. And by the time you set all of these systems up inside of Leads to Connect and Icy Leads, this system will work automatically. Like I said, while you sleep, it's not going to be much legwork except for responding to hyper-targeted leads who want more information from you. So we're asking probing questions. We want to focus on direct response. We want to make sure that they have the problem, and we want to educate them on the solution. And we want to position ourselves as the experts that can help them if they can't do it themselves, right? So if they do want access, we're going to send them the link to join again, with the retargeting pixel, because we always want to retarget this traffic if we'd like to. So we're going to send them an opt-in page to request access to the community. Now, inside of this opt-in page, if you're using something like ManyChat, or you're using MailChimp or something like that, I like to focus on ManyChat and Facebook Messenger when they request to join the community. Why? Because what's going to happen is once they join your Facebook group, you now have them. If they send that message to Messenger, you can launch message sequences to these Facebook members and engage them in the content organically inside of your group, and run ads to them as well. There's multiple things that you can do here. So yeah, we're gonna send them the link. We're gonna put them through an indoctrination flow here as well. Now, if they don't respond, we're gonna wait 3 to 5 more days, and we're gonna send them the link again. So we want to make sure they're getting these links. It doesn't make any sense to ask them and not ever send them the link. So at some point, we're just gonna send them the link to opt in and request to join our Facebook group. And what's going to happen is when they request to join the group, we're asking questions to join the group. It's a private community, and the questions need to be asked before they're approved. So once we approve them, we get all of the answers in a spreadsheet, and we push that into our email newsletter software, right? So if they don't respond to this one, we're going to wait 14 days, and we're going to send them an irresistible offer with an appointment request. And what does this mean? An irresistible offer can be anything, some form of a free trial, a free demo. If you're running Google Ads for your clients, you can spend their ad budget for a week and run their ads for free. And once they realize, if you do a really good job at this, once they realize the return, they will absolutely pay you $5,000 to $10,000 a month to do this for them. So what we're going to do is we want to bring up a message, a point such as, I'm helping other agency owners like yourself fill up their calendars without spending $1 on ads. Is this something that you need help with? Right? Very simple. When's a good time to chat? Can we chat about helping you book more appointments? Because booking appointments for agency owners is difficult. And the problem is a lot of people don't understand that they need marketing. They don't understand that they need marketing services until their revenue just substantially drops. And you need to show them this. And to do that, you need to get them on a call. If you want to pitch them an irresistible offer, it'll be an easy sell. They will pick up on that, and you will convert them into a client if you do a good job for them. Make sense? All right. So if they're interested, we're going to send them the calendar link to book the appointment. And if they book the appointment, great. And here's the thing, right? Think about it like this. By this point, they have received all of these messages. They know everything about you. You have your LinkedIn profile funnel. You have your Facebook profile funnel. You have content on LinkedIn. You have content on Facebook. You have a Facebook community that was made specifically for them. This is perfect for them. Why wouldn't they want to speak to you? So by the point that they do speak to you, they're already sold. You've already identified their key pain points, and you've educated them on the solution. And you've definitely positioned yourself as the expert because you've blown them up on multiple platforms at a time, right? So at that point, you get the event, and you give them the rundown, the strategy session. If they don't respond to that LinkedIn message, which, I mean, by this point they should have, or they just don't use LinkedIn at all, or check their emails, which is not an often case, we're going to wait 14 more days, and we're going to send them the link to book the appointment, again, with a retargeting pixel. So when they click on this link, we're going to send them here, and if they don't book the meeting, maybe they were busy, maybe you didn't have any calendar slots that were available. You can take that same switchy retargeting Facebook link and say, hey, notice you didn't book your call with us. When are you free? When are you free for a chat? So our goal is always to set the appointment. If you're selling high ticket services, now it truly depends. If you're in the SaaS space, it's a little bit different. Your irresistible offer is most likely going to be free trials, free demos, interactive quizzes, and things like that. So it's probably not going to sequence as long as the agency sequence, because nobody's ready to pay $10,000 a month from somebody they've never spoken to before. People like doing business with their friends, and this method of social selling is creating a friendship, building rapport with your prospects, and making them trust you that much more. So we're going to move forward. If they don't respond to that LinkedIn message, we're going to wait 7 more days, and we're going to send some case studies through Icy Leads, through email sequences. Case studies, how we help people just like you 10x skyrocket their roofing sales through search engine optimization. I don't know. You can get a little bit more in depth in that. I didn't spend time coming up with that, but I do have we have an entire cold email template directory as well. Right inside of the course, you can access our cold email template directory. We have other sources putting cold email templates in there as well, and we're ranking them to see which ones work and convert best. So we're going to send them case studies, and our last resort is to get them to book that appointment. Now, if they don't respond, we're going to wait 14 more days, and we're going to send one more email where we're going to send the calendar link, and we're going to make sure we nail it. You want to instill fear in these prospects. You don't need to, but at the last message, you want to instill fear. Why do you want to get on a call with them so bad? Make them understand. With Icy Leads, for example, if you're an SEO agency, what you can do is you can actually pull a list of local businesses and check their reviews. So their review status, right? So if you're offering reputation management, can be your irresistible offer, right? Something very cheap, easy to do, will help you generate better reviews. You can pay for an alternative service for that. And once they realize you've been doing a good job for them, they will pay you $5,000 to $10,000 a month for your in-depth long-term SEO services, and they will be on contract. So yeah, by this point, we have the appointment booked. They understand exactly what we do. We're the expert in the industry, right? Obviously. And we help people just like them, right? So we've identified this in our profile funnels. We have an entire profile funnels guide inside of our course. If you want to take this, diagram is actually in our course as well. The entire blueprint. Now, like I said before, you can modify this to whatever your business model is and what you plan on doing. You could get more in depth and send text messages if you want at some point. Where Icy Leads allows you to pull phone numbers as well. So if you get their phone numbers, you can then execute a Twilio text message sequence or ringless voicemail drops where you pull a list of these phone numbers and it will call these prospects' phone, drop a pre-recorded voicemail that you made, and you never need to make one single cold call. They will call you back if it resonates with them. Does all this make sense? So we want to get all of this data into our CRMs. Icy Leads has a CRM. Leads to Connect has a CRM. Your only job after executing these campaigns, initially launching the campaign, after that, all we're doing here is responding to the messages that are in our LinkedIn inbox and in our email inbox, right? People who are interested in working with us. A lot of times you'll have to nurture the leads, right? You'll have neutral responses that come every now and then. Hey, send me the link. Hey, thanks for that. But you want to ask probing questions to continue the conversation. So if they respond to your lead magnet and they're like, hey, thanks for that, they might check it out. They may not. Now you want to continue to ask them questions, right? For example, how long has your agency been in business and how many clients are you currently working with? Is a very valid question to ask these agency owners. A lot of them been in business for years and years and years and don't have any high ticket clients. They're doing a terrible job, but they don't understand that. So our job is to make them understand that. All right, guys. So I hope all of this was valuable. I understand it was a lot to go over here. We're at 24 minutes in the webinar. We do have our course right here in the side inside of the webinar chat. We had a couple of promotional offers being thrown in there as well for Icy Leads and Leads Through Connect. Very simple to get started. We have everything you need inside of the course as well that will teach you the exact strategy, our templates, the tools we use, how we use them, Zapier, how to tie these automations together and make them work seamlessly without any legwork from you. So I hope you guys found this valuable. And I also hope you guys grab the course because it's packed with value. There's nobody else that has ever created an omni-channel, the ultimate omni-channel sales prospecting course that will book you appointments without you ever spending $1 on ads. You guys take it easy.